Hello and welcome to interest.co.nz. I'm Gareth Vaughan with 90 at 9, where we wrap up the major overnight events from around the world in about 90 seconds, starting now. Firstly, today, Britain will cooperate with the United States on a release of strategic oil stocks within months in an attempt to prevent fuel prices choking economic growth in the US during election year, Reuters has reported. A formal request from the US to UK to team up in a release of oil from government-controlled reserves is expected shortly after a meeting in Washington between President Barack Obama and British Prime Minister David Cameron. Other countries, including Japan, may also be approached by Washington to contribute, Reuters said. Rising world prices have pushed petrol prices in the US up sharply, threatening to stall economic recovery in the world's biggest economy, ahead of Obama's bid for re-election in November. With tension between the West and Iran, Brent crude has risen by more than 15% since January to a peak of over $128 a barrel. Meanwhile, the International Monetary Fund has approved a €28 billion bailout for Greece as part of a broader international rescue package for the debt-strapped Eurozone country. The IMF says it will immediately disperse €1.65 billion to Athens in a deal aimed at helping keep Greece funded through until 2014. Meanwhile, Bloomberg reports that delaying Greece's debt restructuring by more than a year has reduced banks' potential losses as they've cut their holdings in Greek bonds, with most of the risk shifting onto European taxpayers. Meanwhile, back in the US, the S&P 500 index has hit 1,400 for the first time in 4 years, thanks to a strong run of economic data. Shares in iPad maker Apple led the way, hitting a new all-time high above $600. 1,400 is the highest level for the S&P 500 since June 2008. The rise came after Labour Department data showed new claims for unemployment benefits fell to a 4-year low last week, and producer prices, excluding food and energy, were contained. However, Goldman Sachs market capitalisation fell by about $2 billion after departing executive Greg Smith's outburst against the investment bank through a New York Times article where he labelled Goldman Sachs' culture toxic and destructive. That's 90 seconds at 9 a.m. at interest.co.nz, and I'm Gareth Vaughan.